get a little closer. I'm always uncomfortable waiting for people to come in or to see if anyone's going to come in. He's sleepy. I'm in a calm down moment. If you haven't calmed down today, take some deep breaths with me. I keep seeing that, or I'm aware that I've been deep breathing and popping the neck, adjusting the way I'm sitting. Definitely having to ground in. I have 2 Kyle Gray decks out tonight. I just wanted to see what was in the energy and what kind of activation came through. This is Keepers of the Light. I think most people know these decks. And Gateway Activations. I'll start with Keepers of the Light. If y'all are with me, I've had trouble keeping my voice the last couple of days. I can tell we're going into Taurus. I get hit early. So if you can't hear, let me know. I'll figure out something to do with the volume. If you can't see, let me know. How are y'all feeling? How are you doing? Anybody else already getting hit with Taurus energy? I feel like I navigated Scorpio. Everybody else is sitting in Scorpio. But my body's already feeling that Taurus full moon energy. Taurus rules the throat, shoulders, communication, talking, grounded energy. And I've been trying to ground. And see, there's two with me. If y'all are able to respond someplace where you can respond to me. I was, I'm always thinking about things that I want to do or I want to add. And the numbers, I asked for 25 people for us to go live, and now we're at 40 something people. And granted, they don't show up, but it's still that many people giving energy to me every month. So I wanted to figure out another reading that I could do for y'all that might be beneficial or help us. And my thing was, should we do like a planetary update, like a monthly planetary update where there's a set day I check in, whether it's the first or the second of the month, or we could do the end of every month so we knew what was coming, what's coming, and what type of waves of energies are coming through astrologically and through the planets, what we can expect. Because usually we all go through the same cycles, feeling stuff physically, emotionally. Right now I feel crunching, heaviness and crunching. For a collective level, it's not just me. It does feel collective, like suppression even. It's like people are being pushed to the limits to release things that do not serve, that are not their truth anymore. The old self. I see a lot of people are coming to me, and I see two different beings that are presenting for reading. So I see the old self that wants to know all the answers, and I see the new self that sits down and wants to guide me through the guidance. And I know we're all in deep transition. That's all I can say. And it'll be great when we're all on the other side. But I don't know that I've ever sat in so many readings been able to see the old self and the new self present right then. Yes, I love that monthly planets. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ma'am. I'm always checking, reading. I only have 2 people that I really trust with that stuff, or that I'll share their work. And I like to check it because it usually corresponds with my readings too. It's almost like I go there for validation for what I just read. Why did I just see this come up? This chakra was going to be activated for everybody, or for 3 of my people. What's going on? And I can go over and check with those people. 1 for astrology, and 2 for they do planetary work, or as far as the planets, not planetary. Well, kind of. And everything's right there. It's lined up. I'm seeing exactly what I'm supposed to be seeing. Divine order as I'm talking. And focused intention. We have Lady Portia and Diana in the energy. Lady Portia and Diana. Literally turned right to her. Didn't have to go in that fun book of contents and indexes, and I didn't have to do that. Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. This powerful goddess is a figure of justice and peace. She brings order and opportunity to every experience. As a lord of karma, she also regulates the law of cause and effect. She helps us recognize the impact of our judgments, choices, and actions on ourselves and the world. She helps us recognize the impact of our judgments, choices, and actions on ourselves and the world. She is the twin flame of Saint Germain, she is also strongly connected to the violet flame energy. Together, these twin flames can work as overseers of legal situations. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved, rather to do what is right morally and spiritually for our soul's growth. I need to read that again. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved rather than punishing bad behavior. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved. Okay, I've read it many times now. Lady Portia helps us to do what is right morally and spiritually for our soul's growth. The extended message. Hey, Tammy. Right now, a call for justice is being brought into this space, into your space. Even if this means you will lose out, there really is no loss in the highest state of truth. Act from the heart. See the other person's point of view and surrender your pride so that you are coming from a loving space. If you've made choices that weren't for the highest good, admit it. Through this honesty, you are releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from the situation, and if you are involved in any legal issues, know that Lady Portia and the Angel of Justice are gathered round to honor everyone involved. People wonder why I heal out loud, why I tell all the tells on myself before anybody else can get it over me. One, that's the human part, right? You don't have anything to share on me or to talk about. If I'm willing to talk about it, hell, let's put it in front of everybody. Like, I mean, I want to talk about it. I want to hear what you got to say. But I'll tell it first. But also owning it, seeing it, changing it is my own release from any karmic debt that I feel I'm carrying. Shame, guilt. It releases me to own those aspects of myself and say, yep, this is part of who I am. Good or bad, it's part of who I am. So we're moving to Diana, Angel of Justice. Focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. I like both these messages. I'm all about some justice. Even whenever it comes back on me, because it does sometimes. Diana is the Roman moon goddess of the hunt. She is also known as Artemis in Greek mythology, where she has similar attributes. She is often depicted with wild animals around her, and as she is associated with the moon, she connects deeply with the wild beasts that come out at night. She is often seen holding a bow and a quiver of arrows, which signifies her ability to help us focus on a vision. She also helps us tune into our intuitive side so that we can listen to the wisdom that will guide us towards our goal. In particularly, she encourages women to move into their true power and promotes equality for all souls. We have justice and equality coming through. Extended message. Move forward with unwavering faith, knowing that the universe is supporting you. Diana is helping you awaken your divine ability to manifest what you deserve. Any fear is only a reminder that whatever you are working on or through is an important issue for your growth. Your focus is strong now and will be particularly powerful at the full moon in Taurus. You may be aware of night owl tendencies. This is because your angels and guides are sending you important messages that you may be missing during the day due to a busy schedule. Set some time aside to do a deep meditation to receive your guidance. I like those. That was different. A change for us. Says I have nobody with me, but I'm gonna keep on doing what I do. Is it recording? Yep. Why doesn't it show me that you're here? It shows like nobody's here. But I'm glad that you are and that you're talking, because I certainly wouldn't know by looking at numbers. Good, thank you. So we're going to the Gateway of Light activation. Another Oracle deck, same author, Kyle Gray. I always say I don't have angel decks or I don't work with angels that much. I do. They sit on the shelf. I don't know. It's for some reason I don't think about it too much. Thank you for letting me know you're here. What do we need to know? What's activating, what's moving, what's shaking? Apparently nothing. The angels on the shelf, for real. I need to say this because if I don't, then this energy's not going to move away. But it's been here since I first cut the light on and hit record. The name is April, and or it could be the month April, but I got April really strong, like I would get a name. The number 6 is important, either the 6th month, the 6th day of the month, just the number 6. Apples, I kept seeing her like with apples, like homemade apple pie, where you're cutting up red delicious apples, and she's making homemade pies in the kitchen, and she's somebody's grandmama's sister, and she's trying to reach her niece. So this is all feminine, trying to reach her niece. Can we get that name? That might help, Miss April. April the 6th. Literally nothing's coming out of here. Wow, as soon as I say that, thank you. Inner Earth. Let's see what we have. Base chakra, strength and security, laying a foundation. I guess I could show you all the beautiful visuals because that's something to behold. I got a picture a lot like this today on the Seer app. Might have been a foretelling of the message coming through. Base chakra. It's pretty, huh? They're nice cards. Beautiful. The visuals are everything. Got to show it one more time. That way I can do it. Can y'all see it? Or am I too close? I sit there with my mouth open. Like I'm putting on mascara, but I'm showing cards. The base chakra, also known as the root chakra, is found at the base of the spine and is the energy center that governs our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons. This card transports us to the energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We are being given a powerful opportunity to root down and claim our right to be on the planet. To claim the truth that ultimately we are safe. In the image, there is a gateway below a giant tree. Can y'all? Yep, y'all see it. Okay. This realm is called the underworld. This is the spiritual realm visited by shamans journeying to collect energies, meet guardian beings, and reclaim parts of their power or the power of others that have been left behind. Know that if you are searching for parts of yourself, you have the opportunity to find them and build stable foundations. You have the right to feel grounded, safe, and secure. To connect, place your hands palm down on the space between the top of your pubic bone and your belly button. Place your hands palm down on the space between the top of your pubic bone and your belly button. Visualize yourself sitting with your back against a giant tree that is anchored deep down in the heart of the earth. I can definitely imagine a tree holding myself up. You are becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on this planet. Know that it is part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated upon this planet now, and although at times you may have felt unstable or that you have lost your way, you have been building up momentum to be where you are today. You are in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. You have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that have been buried deep within and reclaim gifts that you've abandoned. If you are starting any projects or thinking about taking up something you've had on hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds you are planting are sending roots deep into Mother Earth. You are held. You are supported. Those are pretty cards. Oh, those are so pretty. Thank you, Kyle Gray, for channeling those messages through, because they are beautiful. You see it? Good, good, good. I'm so glad y'all can see the cards. If you can't, let me know. I'm one of those people that'll put it right up to the screen. Overall energy. One card. One clear-cut card, please. You know, I found, already trailing off, I found that codependency shows up one of two ways, but one of the main ways is people with really strong empathy that haven't mastered it or still haven't identified what is their energy and what is the other. So I do have examples of how it shows up as genuine empathy, your actions, or the way that you feel or understand things, and then the way that it would come through as a codependent to help separate codependency and empathy. They both get confused a lot too. If you go to a psychiatrist, psychologist, even a parapsychologist, and you talk about codependency, the first thing that comes through their mind is an empath. Empathy. They'll go, oh, you're really empathic, aren't you? Elena's with us. I didn't have a lot on this subject, but I think we can get enough out of it. Some really good points. I like this energy, and it's the root chakra. We have the world. We just did the base chakra and the activation for it. Being safe, integrating parts of the self, retrieving parts of the self, and now we are with the world. Success and achievement. It said all of the seeds were coming into, or were getting planted deep into the earth. So what you are manifesting and sowing now. Good energy for it. A sense of belonging and wholeness. And you would have that integrating the aspects of self back in. Hey, hey, sweet pea. Yeah, that's Saturn energy coming in, but for me, it's more Dharma than karma. It's Saturn energy, but it's the good side of Saturn. It's the payback. What I've been working for is already done. The knowing. I will take that. Y'all know my tarot like to read everybody straight to hell and back. So when we can get a good card, we keeping it. We're not going to even ask for clarity or move any further. I'm going to grab our affirmation cards, and then I'm going to go on through the notes that I have to share. How are you feeling, Elena? I've had even more trouble getting comfortable tonight. It being in my own space, if that makes sense. I'm adjusting, and it's taken a while to just be in my own energy. I don't know how many people are with me, but whoever is joining or whoever would like an affirmation, could we give them an affirmation for the week ahead, please? Today I am in charge. Today I am in control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. I like that one. Is there anything else? For y'all that are just coming in with me, or anyone that I haven't talked to, I have a feminine energy to the left, not as strong as it was. But the only thing I'm bringing through is she's someone's grandmother's sister, so she would be what? A second aunt, however you say it. She wants to talk to her niece, so she wants to talk to a female, and I get either the name or the month April. To me, it came through loud and strong, like the way I received names. Could be the 6th month, the 6th day, the number 6. And there's an affiliation around being in the kitchen cooking, and fresh apples and apple pies, apple cobblers, all homemade, very fresh. And I'm getting Alabama. Sorry, y'all. If any of you know her, any of it rings a bell, let me know. Me, doing things. I am doing well, all things considered. Just had a family meeting with updates. Anything you care to share, or could you message me and let me know something? I was thinking about him tonight. How clear. Somebody asked me, I'm getting sidetracked, y'all. Oh, our second card. Did I read our card? This is the way our night's going to be. Today I am kind. Today I will make this day count. I will do something kind for someone. I like that. Okay. I'm through with the affirmations. Someone asked today, as I trail off once again, how do I receive information? And I said, well, it depends on what I'm doing. It's always different. I love to play with cards. And sometimes I never read a book. It's just the visuals. Sometimes I never touch a deck of cards. I'm just sitting with your source, just talking with your heart core frequency. For mediumship, for me, comes through different than it does for other people. And I used Angel as my example. I feel like he was cracking me open and training me. And plus he knew, I think you and I were very comfortable together. I started getting Angel's name days before I met with Elena, and I didn't know about her brother. Like I had just lost my dad. We were both going through losses. But it didn't connect to me because I do talk to angels, even though I don't play with the angel cards that much. I deal with angels that way as far as communication and meditations. And I use that energy a lot. I enjoy it for that kind of stuff. So I'm just thinking it's an angel. Do I have angels around me? Yes, you do. So I'm like, I got angels around me. It's all right. And then we're talking, and I can literally, he came through so good and so clear. It was literally like sitting, he was over here though, if you remember, Elaine, it was like sitting across the room from him. And I remember laughing a lot because he's funny as all shit. But I could feel him and see him just like he was there. And I've never known this man a day in my life. Sometimes it's just that clear. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not at all. Sometimes it's visuals that come in like a film strip for me. But I see. So I would say clairvoyance is the first thing that activates. And I hear. And I'm claircognizant, so I just have a stream of information, sometimes more than one. So I have to be very cautious about what I'm streaming through. But it comes through differently. And if I did not have Elena with me, so comfortable and so funny, all within a week. Yeah, seriously. It's, if I didn't have somebody I was comfortable with, I wouldn't have been able to relax and just let him come through. Just let him do his thing, because there wasn't much to share at this point except for me and Elena to be there for each other and to work on something else, It was just his energy still there, And if at any point in time I stopped to question myself on any type of reading I do, any type of healing work, clearing work I do, it wouldn't get done. People are telling me, well, I do those things too, but I can't read for other people, or I'm not comfortable going live or being public. And I'm like, if you were really connecting, this is just me. When I really connect in, I don't know what I say to y'all. I have no idea what's come through. I don't know what I'm saying right now. But when I really connect in, I don't have anything to stop me. Once I'm dialed in, I have to trust every single visual that comes in, every word that comes in, and allow it to come in, and it will just keep flowing. But that trust has to be there. You got to trust. And even if you're practicing with friends, with neighbors, with the kid, trust and allow them to help validate the conversation or guide the conversation once you start getting validating information. And some people don't. I'm an emotional channel too, so sometimes I just feel people. I usually will always get certain things to verify. That's just the way that it works. But I'm not a person that could tell you 11 different things about a spirit that comes through or an energy that comes through. I'm like that type. No, I'm not that type of medium. Now that we've sidetracked again, I was explaining, y'all, it's not scrolling too quick. So how empathy and codependency get meshed together a lot. And then you have those out there that say there's no such thing as codependency, that we need each other. And we do. But we need each other in healthy ways, not in ways that hurt or abuse or suppress people. So I titled it Identifying Codependency. A lot of this work was with Katie Beecher. She's not a doctor, just a writer. But you know me, I find people that are able to make points, and then I can find examples, and that's what I take notes on. Empathy is often mistaken for codependency, empath or codependent. And I've seen myself in these, so if something comes up, y'all don't have to yay or nay, just go check, got it. How's that working out for me? Is it because it's a positive thing that this is going on, or is it negative? The empath, I understand other people's feelings. The codependent, I absorb other people's feelings for them. The empath, I can read the energy in a room. The codependent, the energy in the room feels like it's consuming and overwhelming me. The empath, I can set limits and boundaries with difficult people. I've been tested in that a lot the last 6 months, setting boundaries, especially with Messenger. The codependent, I feel guilty when I set boundaries, or I'm afraid I will hurt someone's feelings. The empath, my happiness and self-worth is not defined by my relationship status. Codependent, and relationships, people think just love. Nope. I see more codependent relationships between siblings and parental figures and their children than I do in relationships. And that is the honest to God truth. If there's ever a third party and it's codependent and it's causing problems, it's always the family. That's what I end up calling in or working with. That's what I see. The codependent, I need to be in a relationship to feel whole and happy. The empath, I can sympathize with others' pain and try to help if I can. The codependent, I feel others' pain as if it is mine, and I try to fix them. The empath, I can listen to and understand the feelings of others, even if they are different from mine. The codependent, I am fearful of confrontation and need to control the feelings and opinions of others. The empath, my sense of self comes from my own feelings and beliefs. And the codependent, my thought and beliefs morph to fit the opinions of who I am with. I wish this would scroll quicker, faster. In psychology, codependency is a theory to attempt to explain imbalanced relationships, where one person enables another person. and their self-destructive behaviors such as addiction, poor mental health, immaturity, irresponsibility, or underachievement. The definitions vary, but most typically include high self-sacrifice, a focus on others' needs, suppression of one's own emotions, attempts to control or fix other people's problems, and self-identified low self-esteem. Codependents, they do tend to come to me, and I'm sure I did too, completely lost, no self-esteem, not knowing who they are. It tends to go hand in hand with the codependency. You're so tied into, emotionally tied into, to where if this person's not stable and happy, I'm not stable and happy. And that ain't okay. Figure out how to stabilize yourself. Move, get out, go for a walk. There are two types of codependence: disempowered, and the lesser known, falsely empowered. One is giving up, making compromise. It is without compromise codependency. It can't be without. They would have to, there's no here, let me get it straight. There is no compromise with codependent, maybe for a little while, but you will see that there's always somebody who is settling, lowering the bar, dimming the light, however you want to see it, to accommodate the other person. Both the disempowered and the falsely empowered have 5 core codependency characteristics: lack of self-love, lack of boundaries, can be out of reality, so living in illusory states, not looking at things through the eyes of truth, a lack of self-care, or a lack of maturity and moderation. Both. The disempowered and the falsely empowered. Common red flags. I remember this one. To see, you can see it in yourself or in others. A tendency to apologize or to take on blame in order to keep peace. A pattern of avoiding conflict. A tendency to minimize or ignore your own desires. And excessive concern about a loved one's habits or behaviors. Interdependence came up. Yes, I have words written out. I'm giving y'all the words the same way I wrote everything. Interdependence is created from the energy of love and health and wellness and growth. It's connection, it's understanding, and it brings about positive change. We need each other to expand kind of energy. Codependence, no. We don't need each other to continue the harmful patterns. That is fear. It is empty, it is resentful, and it is draining. How do we release codependence? Get a good healer to work with for a good while. Start doing some shadow work, digging into the wounded child aspects. But the first thing I would say is to come into self-awareness. See these things when they come up for you. See them when they come up for other people. And coming up for other people doesn't mean it's your job to even talk to them about it or fix it unless they ask. It is for your own awareness to see how those energies affect you. Do you fall into codependence with them? Do you see it? And you may talk to them differently or deal with them differently, or even pull your energy from them sometimes. But the awareness is key. And then with that awareness, the self-awareness, also comes self-love and self-care and being honest with yourself. Not being out of the loop, or what was that? Out of reality. And boundaries, without guilt and without shame. Start establishing boundaries. And I know whenever I talk to people, boundaries usually start coming up from a place of rage or anger when they've had enough. We don't just naturally learn growing up. Most of us, I'm not saying nobody, but most of us don't naturally learn to establish boundaries. We learn to accommodate and to shift energy and to do what we can to help others balance their emotions so we're not feeling the pushback from their shit show, their chaos. As an adult, we have to learn boundaries. And do y'all know it is a consistent lesson for me over and over and over? My boundaries are tested consistently, which means I probably test people's boundaries too. Or I'm just still in the lesson, asserting myself, speaking up for myself, and then having follow through. Follow through was big for me. I could set a boundary, and I had gone from the angry stage of setting boundaries to I'm angry. I see the truth in the rage. It has now shown me the truth and the moves I need to make, but I'm going to go calm my ass down before I stand in the truth or make the moves. So I could present it different. That was the respond versus react. But I didn't hold on to the boundary. It got lost somewhere in I don't know, transactions. I don't know what happened. It got lost. I'd forget. And then I'd end up in the same situation and mad again. So now it may just be a stage I'm going through. I was about to say my cutoff game is super strong. But I think it's because I'm still figuring out what is best for me and what works for me. And I'm still mastering my own energy. And so allowing people in who violate boundaries so easily, it just throws me. I think a lot of times our lessons are just to speak up for ourselves and to honor the voice and the speaking up that we did, to follow through with the action, the intention. Yes, stages of boundaries. I get people that'll tell me, I set up a boundary yesterday, but I cussed him out and I threw 3 plates and slammed the door and the glass broke. And I'm like, oh, you've tapped into sacred rage. It'll make your ass move, won't it? Now forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. Do you know how long you've been suppressing all that just came out? That was there to wake your ass up. Go meditate and see what you really needed to hear and see through the rage, past the rage. How do you move forward now? Rage, it's normal. I expect people to do it. Rage is okay. I watched a podcast, I think, maybe, or might have been a live, but I think it was a podcast with one person on there I really respect. The other one I didn't even know, so I don't know anything about them. But I did notice that they kept talking about they cannot deal with people with rage or anger, or they think there's other ways you should handle your rage. And I'm like, I don't know, not for all of us. What'd you come back here with? How much rage you carry and how much are you here to transmute in this life? Because I'm a rage coach and we're going to go out in the woods and we're going to scream blood-curdling murder. And we're going to release rage. We're going to stomp ground. We're going to release it, but healthy. It's going to be expressed. It's going to move out of your body. I don't know that there's a certain way that should be processed. Maybe. And maybe I'm just one of those people who didn't, did I grow up with people screaming and I'm trying to think, because I scream and yell all the time. So it doesn't bother me when other people scream and yell. I know it's just a way to communicate, unless it's directed at me. Like literally somebody looking straight at me, calling my name and directing that anger at me. It doesn't affect me when people are angry around me. I'm like, oh, they'll be all right. It's okay. Where's Aries at in your chart? Crazy. Because I feel you. I've been there too. But it's allowing it. Allow the rage. Even if it's go sit in your car by yourself and scream. Let it come out. Don't suffocate under it, and eventually learn how to not set your boundaries in the energy of rage. Go get it all out, see what it has to tell you and show you, and then speak or make moves or take action. I feel like y'all don't need any of this stuff. I'm just talking. But a lot of those behaviors, and especially the characteristics of both the disempowered and the falsely empowered, I can see myself in a lot of this. I can see, yeah. I just don't know how long. I guess I've been that way my whole life until it came into my awareness. I'm like, I just don't know how long I've been that way. But no, I guess it was part of my behavior, learned behaviors. I know I can see it in other people now, though. Seems like everything I have to work through and learn more about and heal, I can see it. Like ding, 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 ding. You know why you go through all these lessons, because you're going to work with people going through the same thing. I think that's all that I have to share tonight. I can see where see, right? It comes, and that's what I tell people about everything that I've had to work through with the last relationship, because I was so screwed up. Everything I've had to learn about, research, understand so I could heal it, I would see it in both of us, or I'd see both aspects in me. You know, it was like I'm good and I'm bad. I see both sides. I'm not just one of these. I'm not just the disempowered. I'm also the falsely empowered. I'm both. I get you. That's what I'm trying to say, Sweet Pea. I get you. And it doesn't mean it changes overnight. But I can promise you, the more self-awareness and the more you actually love yourself and get away from that type of energy more than anything. I mean, I can love myself to death, but there are certain things that even with awareness, I can trip up on. If I know that certain people are going to bring out certain things in me, isn't it easier, until I can maintain my energy around the clock and not be affected at all, to stay away from that if they're not going to heal as well, because it's always going to be in them if they won't heal. Okay, I'm through rambling. Did anybody know about April 6th with me? I could have sworn I saw a me come up. I think it was from Tammy. But I was reading Elena's comment. If I missed you, Tammy, if that is for you, you're welcome to message me and I'll get back to you when I've got some time. But the energies don't leave till I relate the message or clear. So I'll clear tonight, but if I know it's for you, then they can stick around. Did that make sense at all? The things that I always ask y'all, does it make sense? Because I know that the way that I learn and I have to see myself in the examples is different. No, you asked who can hear you. Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and clear that energy. She might be in a reading that I'm doing. But usually before I come on with y'all, I start getting energies around me. Is there anything else that y'all want to talk about? Thank you for letting me know it makes sense. All my rambling and notes. That's all I got. Notes and notebooks and notes. And y'all get it just like I write it. I don't go back through and make it look pretty or sound better. Is there anything else that's coming up for y'all that we need to talk about? Or I know Christine gave us the dreams and the interpretation. So that takes us off into a couple of classes. But is there anything else that interests y'all that you would like to put a focus on? Mine will be around behavior for a while, just a more self-discovery, you know. A lot of people would say you're always in shadow work. Actually, I just really enjoy learning a lot about myself and about other people. Maybe it's just who I am, but I thoroughly enjoy Anybody who spends a lot of time talking to me knows it is natural for my brain to question, to ask a question, and then the stream comes in. It when a question is asked, I will have an answer. And when you have that kind of energy, or you're tapped into that particular stream of consciousness, it's hard to take your foot off the gas and quit asking questions, because I love knowledge. I love learning. So I'm always working on something. But I like human behavior, psychology, understanding the mind, finding different ways to open up channels and pathways in the brain that used to be closed due to conditioning, due to many, many years of everybody doing it that way. Definitely makes sense, and I've been thinking a lot lately about where I was being codependent in past relationships and creating chaos for myself by not walking away. And how many times does that beautiful guiding voice tell you, go, 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 go? There's times I read cards, and I know just from reading the cards that somebody has been throwing themselves into a bed or laying down at night, and every time they lay down, they go, I'm so sick of this shit. I can tell just from the card spread. Because that literally your source will guide you away from destruction. We have a tendency, especially loyal people who are taught what loyalty looks like, and there's a structure to it. And I don't mean just more having spiritual morals and being a loyal person. I mean, we have a whole setup of what loyalty looks like. And for me, a Scorpio moon and rising, loyalty is everything. I will dead you, cut you off in a damn minute if you dishonor me or you're disloyal to me. If I don't know, well, goody for you. I should have seen it. That's where I go. I'm a Scorpio and an Aries. I should have seen it. But goody for you. You got one over on me. But if I see it, I will cut you off in a damn minute. I can't stand it. But the cards, when I read them, we're going back to that. I'm sick of this shit. I always ask people who can see the codependency in them, how many times you've been in a relationship around family, friends, co-workers, lovers, and you went to bed at night going, I'm so sick of this shit. And every day you got up in the same energy because you just didn't make the move for whatever reason. Not listening to the intuition, not knowing a way out. I have to just be honest with you. I'd be like, I didn't listen. I got the messages loud and clear. Loud and clear. My body, even if I wasn't getting messages, my body was showing signs like, girl, you need to be making some moves, taking action. But I had to go through it in order to get other people through it, right? Right, Tammy? I felt there was a lot of focus tonight coming back to your energy because we worked together. So I feel like they're still sending messages through to you and stuff that'll relate to for everybody. Same on loyalty. It means a lot to us. And we are loyal. I know Libras are loyal. All the Libras I know, but that's one of my favorite signs. So I get along beautifully with them. Just too stubborn to listen. Yep, that was me. Y'all saw everything y'all know I heal out loud and share everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so y'all saw me. I was so stubborn. Oh my God. I was so stubborn. Falling apart. Being destroyed. Whatever source had to do to get through to me. Whatever. Financial. I literally watched everything be stripped from me in about 2 weeks, and the people that talk to me on the side know that. Down to my children. Like, my child was in a hospital on her deathbed in ICU. Everything was stripped. I was like, okay. And that's what it took for me, though, because you couldn't get me to go against my intuition now for shit. If somebody said you will have security, what we consider as earthlings, humans here in the physical realm. You will have personal safety for the rest of your days on this earth. But I'm going to need you to leave the intuition behind, and we're going to have to make solid decisions, critical decisions. Do you know that I would not, no thank you, I'll be unsafe. That makes me feel unsafe, because you can provide in the material world, I still feel unsafe if I can't bring my intuition with me, because that's me. Like, I have to follow it, even when it doesn't make, and particularly when it doesn't make sense. I have to follow it. I don't ever want to go through that again. But I am one of those souls that is stubborn and learns everything the hard way. I don't choose the wrong path. I choose the hard path. There's a difference. I'm still going to learn. I certainly don't skip any paths. If it needs to be thoroughly walked, navigated, understood, and come out the other side, oh, I'm taking it. Is it a path? I'll take it. I'll try it. I'll be first. I'll be the example. I swear that's a natural thing. Same. Yeah, I do that. No fear. That's what no fear gets you. It can get you in trouble. So some fear's good. I made a post about that earlier, y'all, and I don't think anybody stopped and read it or cared for it, but pay attention to it, because it comes back to human behavior. If you like this stuff, it was posted today. Healers of the Light, I believe it was one of theirs. I often share the stuff that I enjoy. I don't have to write and channel everything. I like showing people, teaching people, being the link to certain bits of information, to certain meditations, to certain, I like being the connection, the bridge in any way that I can. So again, if I miss any messages, I'll go back through and check them later. Our affirmations for the week. Today I am in charge. Today I am in control of how I feel. Nobody can make me feel any other way than happy. And today I am kind. Today I will make this day count. I will do something kind for someone. Every time I read this, I feel like I need to do like that one's going to get me. I do something kind every day, but this needs to be different. I need to do something different. All right, y'all, I'm going to go. If you were late coming in, I did pull a couple cards for us. We pulled from Kyle Gray decks, Keepers of the Light, and Gateway Activations. Great messages and pretty visuals, so rewind. Don't miss them. Thank y'all for sitting with me and sharing space. And let me talk through all of my notebook. I swear, I think somebody somewhere is going to benefit, not just me. Y'all take care.